Hey Sagittarius. Hey Sag, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl K. What's popping? What's cracking? How you doing? How you feeling? You good? Me too, baby. You feeling blessed and amazing? Amen. Amen. So today is going to be what do you need to know right now. So it's a general reading. I'm gonna be getting into a little bit of love, a little bit of money. But take what resonates, leave the rest. Sagittarius is about you, honey. It's all about you, baby. So let's see what's tea. Make these messages as clear as possible, universe, spirit guides. What does Sagittarius need to know right now? What does Sagittarius need to know right now? Make these messages as clear as possible, universe, spirit guides. What does Sagittarius need to know right now? Ooh, we have the Three of Swords. You could be going through a heartbreak, or maybe even some type of transformative moment when it comes to like relationships and connections, because you are realizing some type of truth. You're seeing things for what they are. Hmm. You could have three ways. Something is happening three ways. I don't know if there's a third party interference. Third parties does not always have to be romantic, but it could be a romantic situation. Maybe you heard something from a third party, a family friend. I don't know. What does Sagittarius needs to know right now? We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles being here. You could be someone that has more than one stream of income, and maybe you want to have more time or put more focus into one particular thing, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that. I'm also getting a sense when it comes to your mentality, you may have a lot going on with you, and you're just trying to keep everything afloat because you are the breadwinner. With the Ace of Pentacles being here, you are a breadwinner. You are a person that you make nothing, you turn nothing into something. Okay, what does Sagittarius need to know right now? We have the Six of Cups. You could have a past person or a past memory that could be like very bothersome. We have the King of Cups being here. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Leo, or not Sagittarius. I'm sorry. You could be dealing with Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. It definitely does not have to be that. But I'm feeling like you are going to be getting an offer. Like somebody wants to offer you something. This could be romantic, but I feel like this is more so like maybe a job situation. Okay. What does Sagittarius need to know right now? We have the Five of Pentacles. You could be walking away from something because it's like emotionally draining. You have other things, you have a lot of other things on your plate. We have the Eight of Cups being here. We have the Eight of Swords. And we also have the Strength card. Overall energy for your reading is the Ten of Cups. So even though something may be very strenuous, can't talk. Something could be very strenuous on your emotions or your feelings and things of that nature, maybe even on your mental. I feel like you're still trying to keep a positive mindset. You may be trying to keep a positive mindset because of your kids or your children, or you just, you want to be as attentive as possible to the other things that you have going on in your life. And being so upset or dead bent on this one particular thing is something that is just like, it's not worth it. And it's like, you've been in that space before. We have the Death card, we have the Ten of Wands, and we also have the Three of Cups. Like I feel like you've been in that space before where you had to let something go or let somebody go, or had to lower someone's how can I say it? Like for example, like when you are in relationships with people, like sometimes people go from you being in a romantic relationship to like, okay, maybe we're not together no more, but we're still friends. Okay, we're not friends no more, we're still cordial. So I feel like somebody has lower ranking in your life. I'm getting that as well. You may be going through a very transformative time in your life at this current point in time, or it just feels like you have a I'm not going to say you're having a human experience, but you could be in a space where you just life be life and things is hitting right now. You know what I'm saying? Like things is I'm not going to say things is happening left and right and all that other stuff. It might not be that, but you could be feeling overwhelmed, and now with you feeling overwhelmed, you know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to get yourself out of that predicament. I do feel like you may have to block somebody or have to remove someone, or like I said, lower someone's ranking. Like lowering how much you care about a person, how much you show up for a person, because maybe that individual or those people are not showing up for you. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to do things like that when you want to have a positive mindset or you want to keep that emotional balance. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to keep that mental state of that. That's another thing too. When you are upset and when you're mad, your first thought is, I'm gonna get into work. I'm gonna start working. Whether this is your 9 to 5, your hobby, um, side whatever, all of those things. That's why I feel like your first priority is when you are in a sad space. You feel like you always have to be strong. You feel like you always got to show up. But like I said, we are human, and some days we don't want to show up, and sometimes it's okay not to show up as long as you take. Sometimes you got to take a day. Sometimes you got to take 30 minutes. Sometimes you only get that time while you're in the shower, taking a bath, or going to the store. Sometimes you don't even get that. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like if anything is like feeling too overwhelming, you may have to remove yourself out of that situation if you possibly can. Because I know life be life, and sometimes you can't remove yourself from certain situations. But if you can, and it's the possibility, try to remove yourself from that situation. So let's see what's going on with love. No, but what Makada? Jesus Christ. Let's see if I can still use it. What's going on in love for Sagittarius right now? Make these messages as clear as possible. Universe, spirit guys. What's going on with love for Sagittarius right now? We have passion, insane chemistry, sparks and having fun, equal interest, burning desire. We also have wedding rings, union, marriage, soul connection, everlasting love, devotion. We also have looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. At the bottom of the deck, we have soulmate. So I want to say that maybe you could be in a space where you want a committed relationship with a particular person, and that's kind of why you deal with whatever you deal with this individual. Yeah, you've been together. It could be a situation where you've been together so long that it feels like a marriage. Even if this is a newer connection, you feel like how you feel. You get what I'm saying? Like there's no judgment. Some of y'all could be making new fond memories. Some of you already have memories with this particular individual. Take whatever resonates. But I also get a sense that somebody looks back at how they may have treated you or how you were treating them at one point in time, and they may miss the old version of you. But that's what I have. Let's see what's going on with money. Make these messages as clear as possible. Universe, spirit guys, what's going on with Sagittarius money, career, and finances? We have internet sales, cryptocurrency. So you can make money on the internet, or maybe maybe you have a business that's online, or you are into stock. We have audit and budget. You trying to be better with your spending. We have shared resources, financial conflict. We have team building meetings. So like I said, you could be a person that you may have multiple streams of income. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like you can make money in your sleep. If that is not the case for you, I feel like maybe you should try to do something with stock or something with internet, like selling stuff on the internet or online. Um, Also, be mindful of your spending habits. Make sure that you are paying attention to how things is getting taken out of your account. If you have a bank account, I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, everybody should have a bank account. Everybody doesn't have a bank account. You get what I'm saying? Even the adults of the most adults of the most adults. Some adults don't have bank accounts. Should they? Probably, but should be happening. So whatever. If you don't have a bank account, I feel like you should get a book where you write down how much you're spending, and like I said, where's the money going, and things of that nature. Shared resources, financial conflict. Um, I feel like you paying off something. You may have something to pay off. You get what I'm saying? That might be a large sum of your money, but I feel like it's almost done, or that situation is almost complete. But that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. So I hope that these messages resonate, and I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, show your girl some love. I love y'all. Peace out.